Hello, back in my apartment, back from Vegas, and I'm into this red liner thing. I think it's a good look. I want to talk briefly about the lunar eclipse in Taurus, a little bit more of like an update on what's coming up, what you should expect happening on that date. I was deciding between filming about this or Scorpio as a sign. I think I'm going to do that tonight when it's like dark in here because that'll be more Scorpio. And yes, it's like beautiful behind me, but the lighting is not that good, so I think I'm going to put my camera over here and kneel on the ground during this so that we have some decent lighting. I'll do a fit check at the end. So this is a rundown on the lunar eclipse in Taurus and what to expect. So, oh my god, my knees. That just hurt because whatever. So lunar eclipses are full moons. Lunar eclipses are just full moons on steroids. So solar eclipses are always new moons. Lunar eclipses are always full moons. And this full moon, this lunar eclipse, is a catalyst event that will set forth a letting go or an ending that will be pivotal over the next 6 months. So for you, if you're already looking at your chart, this ending happening right now will then grow over the next 6 months to be very important and very long lasting and not be something that is fleeting or just a minor ending. This is going to be a very pivotal shakeup of the foundations in one area of your life. Because a lunar eclipse, so a massive ending in Taurus, that's a fixed earth sign. That's foundations, that's grounding, that is value in one area of your life. I will put the graphic up on the screen showing all of the houses so you know where this is in your chart. This is going to be most relevant for people with around 16 degrees of Taurus placements, although anyone with placements in middle of Taurus or middle of fixed signs will feel this particularly strongly in the Taurus house in their chart. So TLDR, it is an ending or a high point or a culmination of foundations in that area of your life because you're suddenly up leveling and suddenly that is shattering, so you're moving on to something else. This is not necessarily good or bad, but I will say that it looks more challengingly disruptive than it does look like empowered, positive, if I'm very frank. It doesn't look bad though. I wouldn't say that it looks like it is negative or like it doesn't look destructive in like a, oh, I'm pained way. It looks more like a, this is annoying, this is not happening anymore. I need to upend this part of my life. I need to suddenly progress onto the next thing because of blockages, boundaries, and it not feeling like it's secure enough right now. It is suddenly shifting the priorities, suddenly up leveling, and it's sudden because it's conjunct Uranus exactly by degree basically. Uranus is a planet of chaos, a planet of disruption, and a planet of sudden endings, sudden chaos. It is a trickster, it has an electric quality, and although it is by no means overtly challenging, usually sudden changes are something that does come with a certain amount of adjustment, which is in no way the same as like Mars or Saturn being right there, which shows literally overt challenge. Uranus is more of a trickster, which can show rebellion or chaos. So suddenly we are pivoting, suddenly we are ending, and suddenly we're up leveling in that part of our life. And this eclipse is a bit of a paradox because even though lunar eclipses are always endings, this one is conjunct the North Node, and the North Node has to do with the future, moving forward, up leveling, or being ambitious. It is not good or bad compared to the South Node. The South Node just deals more with spirituality, looking back, looking inward, and being anti-materialist, versus the North Node is more about gain and more about forward movement. It in no way means getting better or getting like bigger. Or bigger, yes. It doesn't always mean an upgrade though. It's really hot in this corner because the sun is on me, so we're doing this. So it's an ending and a sudden chaotic departure because you're up leveling into something that's the next level. It does not mean linear improvement or better, like I said, but it does look onward, like you're ready to move on, you're ready to step up to the next big thing. So for example, for me, this is, I need to sit down to some degree. Oh my god, okay. I've been like working out. I've been just working out on my knees a lot. That sounded so bad. I literally meet with my personal trainer. My personal trainer can fucking validate this. I've been doing like some kneeling row action, so my knees are a little bit, and I'm just a Capricornizing bony ass bitch. But look at my arms! Like, okay, whatever. This eclipse for me, for example, is in my 5th house, and the 5th house can be like dating, but there's no one in my life whatsoever. Like literally, I'm having trouble getting a guy in here that can build the bed behind me. Like, I mean, I have guy friends, but I feel bad asking them. What? This is a horrible, this is like, okay, there we go. But yeah, I feel bad asking people. So if any of my guy friends are seeing this, there's a fucking huge crane very close to this window. I will show this after. If any of my guy friends are seeing this and you would like to help me build my bed, literally, I don't mean anything more, just, if you want to literally help me assemble this, thank you. This is happening in my 5th house, which yes, can be like romantic relationships, that's non-existent in my life, but it's also creativity. And I've had this building up urge to be like, I am 24, I am running out of time to be young, successful content creator, because if I'm not 30 and I'm like, if I am 30 and I am not yet at the standard that I want to be of influence and creation and like household name, literally I will be like no. So I need every single day to make an impressive piece of content and to put like my all into being as both concise and value additive, but also immersive as I can in my content. And I'm in talks with like several different potential managers, potential agents. If you're someone that is in that vein of things, feel free to contact me. I'm very confused. I'm talking to multiple people. But anyway, I can feel that suddenly I'm just like done with being scared about cancel culture affecting me again over the past 2 years. I am done with being like, I can't be creative in this way because I'm so scared. I'm 20 fucking 4 years old. I'm not 21, 22 anymore, where I was like, oh, like I'm basically old ass woman now. And because of that, I feel a need to just like suddenly, I might do something, I don't want to say chaotic or too much, but that might be when I start talking to people out in public about astrology and be more like immersive in the real world. And I can see that being around the time when I might start doing that. I might host that under the eclipse. I might be like, yo, come meet me wherever, talk about astrology, and then I'll do some random shit too, because I feel like talking to random people is the most important thing. But I can see that forming, and this isn't happening too close to anything in my chart in mid-Taurus, but it is scoring my Venus exactly, or not exactly, it's scoring my Venus Mercury, and my Venus rules my 10th house of career, so like there's that involved. But that's a little example of like the sudden ending or the sudden chaos that could be taking place as a result of this eclipse. It does look particularly chaotic in the world. It is happening on US midterm elections, which I would confirm looks like quite a bit of a shit show in the US around the elections. People ask me about predictions. If I'm honest, predicting which political party wins would take looking at so many different Democratic Party charts that I just don't have the time for right now, because there's a GOP chart, fairly simply. The people disagree on like what Democratic Party chart to use, because like a lot of, this is gonna offend so many people, like a lot of liberal things, there's not a straight line following through. So like there's a little bit of disagreement about what chart to use for the Democratic Party. I have one I have used before, but there are so many people to look at that I'm like, I think I know what will happen just myself with my opinion, but my opinion doesn't mean shit because I'm not a political commentator. So like I can say it does look like there might be a red shift. I don't like to be like red wave, whatever. I don't particularly want or care. So people, you can miss me. You can miss me with that, oh my god, are you a Republican? Bitch, I hate both sides. Fuck off. But I sure as hell I'm not liking AOC's tweets, unless it is funny, but like I'm not, you know what I mean? I admire her for being her. I don't agree with her politics. Okay, whatever. We got this out of the way. So you can miss me with the political shit. I fuck all of it. Fuck literally all of it. It's all fascist, whatever. So maybe that's me getting cancel me again for whatever. But I can see that being a chaotic day in the US in particular. I think that there will be shit released around Biden and Hunter Biden because of the way that it's playing into both their charts. You can see my November predictions video. I would not be surprised if there's major earthquakes or natural disasters, because a lunar eclipse in Taurus, like, or in this configuration, Jesus Christ, that looks like natural disaster galore. So I think that that is likely. I would not be surprised if there's some fuckery with Russia because of the way that it's playing out in Putin's chart. I said that about the last eclipse, and there wasn't as major of an event as I expected. However, this was happening in Putin's chart as a new beginning. So the solar eclipse was more of a new start. This one's more of a culmination of like, wow, we really got here. So I would not be surprised if there's some major events around that. I would not be scared. People ask me, like, should I be terrified? If you're coming to me for consolation, you're asking the wrong person. Like, if you cannot, I think that's something that is very important just at adults in general, that self-soothing and self-consolation is a very important learned skill that a lot of people never learn because they are constantly being babied or being like helped by others. And then there's like 1% of people that actually like are self-soothing and empowering others through that. So basically, I mean, I know it's like a lot of 14-year-olds that by no means am I talking to you all who are young and learning your way, whatever. I'm talking more to like, if you're a grown-ass adult who's like, oh no, like I'm so, like whatever, I don't have time for that. But the majority of the things happening in your chart are like neutral to neutral, good to neutral, bad. Very rarely are you gonna be involved in like middle of a volcano explosion, like family deceased in the volcano. Like very rarely is it gonna indicate anything to that degree. Most of your lives are boring. You know what I mean? With like little bursts of, oh wow, had baby, yay. I'm just going off. I have like a reading in 10 minutes. If you want a reading from me, I am doing readings for November. I opened up a ton of availability because now I'm doing less but opening up more slots to pick from. So like if you see a ton of open slots, it's because I have a certain amount I'm doing every month or every week, however many I decide I can fit. And I have a bunch of slots open so that you can like pick whatever time zone's convenient for you, that kind of thing. But with this lunar eclipse, a chaotic, disruptive, pivotal ending that leads to an upgrade or a new level. Not better, but like an upgrade to the next level. So yeah, it is so fucking hot in here, Jesus Christ. Anyway, we have a beautiful view going on. Sunset is starting. Oh, I just had a cramp of some kind. Oof, I don't like that. We're just a weird ass. Like I said, eclipse season is a weird digestion. These pillows are literally gonna catch on fire. They're above a heater and I didn't realize that this was a heater until on. No wonder my apartment is so hot. I don't have any AC and I have heating. Anyway, this set is from Finesse. This is not sponsored. I see they work with influencers though. It would be great if I could get a brand deal that's not a company that's scamming people and going bankrupt so I don't get character assassinating me again. That would be phenomenal if any clothing companies want to work with me. This is just like a fuzzy top and these bottoms. The bottoms are very short, but I would wear these motherfuckers out. I would just wear underwear with it because whatever. So that's about it. I don't have any shoes on right now. I would wear this with my like big Gucci platforms probably. I need to get moving, but I hope that this helps explain, and I will be back with more videos. And I am filming my 2023 forecast. They're gonna be long. I want these to be really pivotal and really good, so they're gonna be longer videos for each rising sign. So I'm literally doing like 3 a day over the next month or so while I'm getting ready. Or I'll do like 4 a day. That way I can do it over 3. Did I say I'm gonna do like 4 a day over the next few days while I have makeup on? So yeah.